What's going on, you guys? Keep me on the camera here. And today is December the 10th, which means it has officially been 3 years since we lost Angry Grandpa. Wow. Can you believe it's been 3 years? Seriously?
No, it doesn't feel like 3 years at all.
Feels like yesterday. I don't want to cry. I'm not going to cry on this one. It's been 3 years since we lost Angry Grandpa. I like to do these once a year, kind of wrap up videos, not just for me, but if Dad can somehow hear or just be a part of our lives, at least for a day. I like to give him these little update videos just to kind of tell him what's going on in our lives and what's been happening the last year and how I'm coping with that loss, because admittedly it has been extremely hard. You know, when I lost Dad 3 years ago, those first couple of weeks were probably the easiest, and I know that people are going to go, how is that possible? But it's so easy to distract yourself in those first couple of weeks when you got friends and family and just all this amazing support from our community, and it was easy to just smile and appreciate Dad and everything that he accomplished because I'm surrounded by his body of work. Then the first year begins and the depression sets in, and it was one of the hardest years of my life. I was crying all the time. I was depressed. I was sad and upset and angry. And then I hit that second year. And the second year was a little bit better. It was hard, but it was a little bit better. Bridgette was pregnant, and I found myself with this new sense of optimism that I haven't had in a long time. And so year two, it was hard, but it was a lot easier than the first. Then we entered this year. And I want to talk to you guys about what this year has been like. First, we've been quarantined for the entire year because of the coronavirus. And I am 100% convinced that if Dad was alive right now, he would absolutely have caught the coronavirus, okay? Dad was the kind of person who refused to sit at home.
Yeah.
Okay? He had to get out of the house. Okay? He was the type that wouldn't leave his house if a hurricane was coming. He didn't care. He thought that he was impervious to all illness and affliction. And he did whatever he whenever he wanted it, because he spent the first half of his life being afraid of things, and he wasn't anymore when it was coming to its end. And I'm pretty sure Dad would have caught COVID and given it to the rest of us.
Definitely.
So that's something that would have happened this year. But the other thing is, I've noticed that for the first time, I can talk about my dad without crying.
Yeah.
And I still do cry. I want to cry now, right? Because I miss him, and I wish he could hold my child, and I wish that he could see her face, because we have a daughter this year, you guys. I don't know how many of you guys are still keeping up with us, but we have a child, and she's beautiful. And Dad would have loved her so much. We're living our life for her now, and things are different. I look at life different now.
Yeah. It's insane.
And I'm excited for her to reach the age where I allow her to watch her videos, which is probably like 8. Okay, I'm not gonna make her wait till she's 18. I want her to see her grandfather as soon as possible. I want her to be as proud of her as I was, be as proud of him as I was. I don't know how many times I told him, you know, I was so proud of everything he did for me. Someone's bothering us right now. Go away. I was always so proud of him. You know, he was one of the strongest men that I've ever met in my life. And I wish Mia could have met him. You know? but I can talk about them without doing this.
Yeah.
You know, I find myself in a position where I can watch the videos again. I haven't been able to watch them.
Yeah.
I can look back and smile now instead of crying, because although the pain is still there, it's not like year one. It's not like year two. It's there. It's painful. I cry all the time. But I probably shouldn't be committed like I should have in year one. Right? There was a time where I was like, Bridgette, do I need to be put away for this?
Oh.
Do I, like, am I okay? Because I wasn't sure. I was really upset all the time.
Depression's hard.
You know, people talk about, oh, you clickbait your dad's death. You know, you shouldn't be doing this. Oh my God, let it rest. It's my father.
I know, you're allowed to talk about your best friend.
It's my father. It was my best friend. I spent my entire childhood living in fear that I was one day gonna get that phone call that my father passed away, and then I got the call that I had to go to the hospital to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And preparing for it my entire life did not make it any easier. And it's so hard to be a daily vlogger so you guys on the outside can see firsthand what the grieving process is actually like, which is what I've documented over the past 2 years on my vlogging channel. I've shown you guys day to day how hard it is to deal with this loss. Hoping that somebody one day will watch it and be like, yeah, I'm going through that now. I totally get where he's coming from. Because it's a pain like I can't describe.
Yeah, I believe it.
But now, I can talk to Bridgette and I'll say, hey, remember that time Dad did this? Remember that time that this happened? And we laugh instead of cry. And that, to me, is some tremendous growth. And I'm proud of myself for overcoming it, because I didn't know if I would. And I wouldn't without Bridgette. I wouldn't without me. I wouldn't without you guys. Without my entire support structure, I would have crumbled a long time ago. And I want to say thank you to God. I want to say thank you guys, seriously. Thank you for all the love and the support and the kind words. I have people still writing me. This will make me cry. Yep. People write me and they say how much Dad's videos still mean to them.
I know.
How when they're sad, they'll watch his videos. And that makes me feel good to know that he has a lasting impact. To know that his legacy lives on forever. See, he was always afraid that one day he was going to die a nobody. And that's not what happened because of you guys. He died as somebody, and nobody's ever going to forget him. And for that, I thank you guys. Bridgette, I thank you for holding me up because I needed it.
Of course.
And Mia for being the light at the end of the tunnel. A very long, very dark tunnel.
Yeah.
And I'm not there yet. I'm still maybe a third of the way through the tunnel, but I can see the light. I can see my exit point. I can see happiness on the other side of it. And while I am relatively happy now, man, a couple of stages back, I was really sad.
Yeah.
So year 3. It has been 3 years since I lost my father. And it's still hard. It's still sad. It's still hard to pull myself out of bed sometimes, but not like last year. Certainly not like the first.
Somebody ought to come along and let you down, so you could see my side and how it feels to hit the ground. How can you say that nothing's different, that we should pick up the pieces? Somebody ought to come along and let you down. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Hope somebody will break your heart and leave you crying on the floor. You let me down, I won't do this all again. Even if I try, I can't forget it. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Somebody Somebody said it should be easy to forgive. We all make mistakes and no one lives without sin. But why'd you have to break my heart? I wasn't ready to let you go yet. And now you're standing at my door, thinking that I'm gonna let you in. But if you wanted to be loved, you should've never let me go. Hope somebody will break your heart, so you could feel this pain and know what it's like to be left out in the cold. Standing by yourself, no one to hold. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. But if you wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Hope somebody will break your heart, so you could feel my pain and know what it's like to be left out in the cold. Standing by yourself, no one to hold. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. You should have never let me
3
go.
years, Bridget.
I can't believe it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, Mia, don't do that, baby. Oh, man, Mia, you would have loved your grandfather, honey.
Yeah, she would have.
She always looks at his stuff. Like, over here, you guys, I have this nice tribute to him all down here. Just all his stuff. I got some of his recipes and his pictures and fan art. And I bring her in here and she always is captivated by it. Yeah. Mia, you would have loved him so much. Okay, can I touch you? She's like, get away from me. So that's going to be it for today, you guys. Thanks for watching. I love you guys so much. I love you for sticking with us for as long as you have, for watching the videos, and for making my father a legend. Thank you guys so much. 3 years. Like,
Subscribe.
favorite.
Follow on everything, Bridgette West.
And Mia, one day you're going to know just how important your grandfather actually was.
I never got nothing this nice. You know, Mike, it's the youngins that got me this.
Of course. I got choked up too because it's like...
They think enough of us to watch my videos, to watch this old man lose it, to listen to my advice. Y'all are more than just youngins, y'all are family. And I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. That means a lot to me.